Okay, so well, I guess we really don't have to have that yet. I shut the computer off. But anyway, externally or anatomically speaking, what are some similarities for amphibians and reptiles? Now, external now. Yeah, I suppose you could use that. That's true. Appendages. What about it? Are they both tetrapods? No. How many limbs do majority of amphibians have? How many limbs do majority of reptiles have? So that would be what then? Tetrapods. That's right. Okay. So you could say diet, possibly, but the difference between them for food gathering would be what? Between amphibians and reptiles. Well, yeah, I would agree with that, but so do amphibians. Okay, what about teeth? Which ones? Reptiles or amphibians? Reptiles, that's right. Okay. Now, what about the appendages of reptiles? Claws. Majority of them do. There's one exception we're going to talk about here shortly. And now, internally, okay, what are some anatomical differences? Now you can talk about your respiration. Heart spray. Okay, but they both got one. Hold on. Yeah, very few, but we're talking about the vast majority. Okay, 3 and 4 chambered hearts, that's right. And it's the method of delivering that oxygen or obtaining it. What's the difference between reptiles and amphibians? Okay. Yes, so amphibians swallow their air as opposed to reptiles actually have the lungs, and you said the 3 and 4 chambered hearts. Now, that's what we're looking at here with talk about these aquatic turtles, reptiles, gas exchange. Okay, it's better developed than that of the amphibians. Yes, 2 atria, 2 ventricles. We talked about that septal deviation between the two, and because the pressure is so much higher, that blood's just not going to mix. Now, as far as this type of behavior, the author really doesn't go into that far in depth, but one I would believe is reproductive behavior and probably food gathering and communication as far as different types of behavior. So one of the things that we will view probably at some point next week is a video on alligators, and there they'll illustrate some of these more complex behavior patterns. That's what you would see in reptiles as opposed to that of amphibians. So, which one would be more intelligent, do you think? Should be the reptiles, okay? Just because of they've got a more, let's say, set of neuronal connections, because that central nervous system is more complex. And for anyone who's ever seen The Water Boy, Mama's wrong again. Why is Mama wrong? The medulla oblongata. Is that something that would be unique to humans? Do we have a medulla oblongata? Yep. Yes, we do. Okay. But the function of it is perhaps just a little different from humans as opposed to that of reptiles. Okay, and the reason we say that is as far as, let's say, the perfect kill shot for a sniper. Okay? And it's one of the things I think you would be surprised when you go through some type of training as far as shooting a rifle under duress where your shot counts. And you think it's kind of like a virtual reality type aspect. And we have to go through this too. You have a big screen on, let's say, the side of the wall, and your mock weapon is, I don't want to say hooked up with kind of like with laser tag, and you think that you're making this type of a shot where you think it goes as opposed to where it ends up. You can see why these snipers have to go through all this training. I was way off. The reason being is what could possibly be the problem? We have an insurgent has a switch like this, and you've got one shot. What's the problem with shooting in the head or the heart? It's probably going to be an instant kill, but the problem might be what? You don't like it. Not so much that. What's the thumb possibly still going to be able to do? We're still going to be able to click the button. Okay. So when we talk about the perfect kill shot, it's actually about through the mouth. Because when that goes through, it's going to hit that brainstem. And when that happens, that's just the way. There's no way that transmission will get through them. Okay. You might say, well, even if it's within the brain, well, you've still got two sides of the brain here that's still going to be able to send that transmission. There's a lot of physiological factors there. I get that. But again, our medulla oblongata is going to be different than that of these animals. Does anyone know what your medulla actually does for you? When, for those of you who do take anatomy and physiology, when you talk about higher functions of your cortex, there are four called language or speech, memory, emotions, and coordination. What can happen is sometimes when people go through this type of concussion, have to have these tests done. One of the first things that might happen after possibly colliding heads, medical team member or a trainer would come out, and the very first thing they might ask is, do you know your name? Do you know where you are? And then after those two, one more. Do you remember what happened? What day it is probably, and possibly what happened. Now you might think this is kind of, why would you ask things like that? It's pretty simple. Well, again, that's one of the four functions of your cortex. And when that happens, you might not remember what happened. You might be a little oozy. You might not be able to walk like you normally would because your coordination is not quite what it should be. You might not be able to speak clearly. Because again, these are functions of your cortex. But you can live with these unfortunate side effects to your cortex, but you cannot live without your brainstem. So what one muscle never rests in your body? It does for about a second. That's about it. From the time you're born till the time, for instance, from the time I was born until the time I depart this earth, the heart, it gets about a second break. But something has to tell that to continually beat. Your brainstem does that. So if there's ever any damage to your brainstem, it's probably lights out. I mean, there's just no way a person can survive it because it affects your breathing and it affects your circulation. All right. So moving on. We talked about this just briefly yesterday. Okay. When we're talking about this organ, it's a specialized olfactory section in reptiles' brains. So what's happened, like some of you had mentioned yesterday, when these animals stick their tongue out, they're going to doing is picking up moisture molecules. Which is quite evident on the illnesses present in this school. And now I think you could say it makes perfect sense. Why are there so many more elementary students gone for illness as opposed to high school students? Believe it or not, you individuals are much better, you're probably saying, sorry, you individuals are much better at what than elementary kids? Okay, so maybe.
Putting fingers in our mouths.
Okay, true. True, but how is everything getting that? That's probably true too. But my guess is, if you go down to elementary, see a young first or second grader coughing, how do they cough?
Down their mouth.
Like this, as opposed to you individuals, which hopefully are better at doing one of these, or this, or if you're gonna sneeze, doing them like this, okay? Or I'm up here, point away from everybody, because you would be amazed how far you can't see water droplets going through the air. And if you're sick, all the little water droplets are gonna have part of that illness, and then it falls down on desks, like you said, and then students touch everything, and then take their fingers, put them in their mouth, or touch their face. Just a lot of things that you individuals are better at. You just don't think about it because you've been conditioned and told to cover your mouth when you're coughing or sneezing. And then when you do that, you're limiting the amount of them affected water droplets getting through the air. So again, do a good job with that. So keep that up. Then if you do cough into your hand, well then yes, ideally you probably should go wash your hands if you get a chance. But and I think that typically happens, probably especially before you go down to dinner. Okay, or lunch, whatever you want to call it. All right. So some of the aspects we said, there are some, let's say, exceptions. When we get to these guys right here, okay, they're just a little bit of an exception to that of the toe pads they have. Okay. So when are you going to find these animals? Yeah, they're nocturnal. It's going to be at night. But then, what does this mean here? Terrestrial as opposed to aquatic. Okay, so yes, you're going to still find some of these that are partially aquatic, but majority of them perhaps terrestrial. And then finally, we said, okay, I just want to finish with this here. And a frill is how you could identify these. One of the aspects we talked about last week was, especially when it comes to snakes, that's how you can identify them. And you can almost say this type of frill gets, let's say, passed on to the next set of animals in the evolutionary chain. So we had animals that were in the water, walked out to the land, those are the amphibians. Then animals developed the tougher skin and could lay eggs on land. Those are the reptiles. And then as far as evolution continues, who comes after the reptiles? Jared. Who's Jared? Owls are what? Obviously. Okay. One of the things that you're going to notice, and it certainly is now, there are some early migrators starting to work their way through, start to hear more and more birds outside, and hopefully that's a good sign. a good sign of things to come, but the only downside that we've got right now, we mentioned this earlier, as far as these daytime highs, even this weekend when it gets up to 40s, I don't think it would stay there very long. As long as we can stay and get down into the teens and 20s at night, because if it only gets down to like 28, that's not good. And I think you farmers would agree, because if it's only getting down to 28, it's not going to take much to get back above that melting portion for the snow and ice. It's going to continually fill all these water pockets in the soil, which are already saturated. And the worst thing, and I think you would agree with this, is next week there is precipitation in the forecast. Unfortunately, it has to fall. What do you want? Rain or snow? You want snow. One thing, then you go back to your snowmobile. But I think you, in your case, I would like to think you say, okay, stop. No more snow. No more snowmobiling. That's an unfortunate side effect too. But it's also going to speed up the rate that this snow is going to melt. And very, very unfortunate. So keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so we will pick up with finishing the lizards to get on to the snakes then tomorrow. We'll catch up to you next time.